I feel like I have those orgasms typically. You know, it's not rare, but it's not all the time.
Let's talk through this. There you go, sit yourself down, get comfortable. All right, I'm gonna ask the crew, we all set over here, everybody good? Okay, and we are ready.
Hello, my name is Sarah Arabic, and I'm an adult performer. Honestly, well, for me, I kind of just used it as a way to explore my sexuality. So I think what I really love about it is just how free you can be without any judgment or any negative connotations. Like you're in a safe environment to explore, whether it's kinks or any kind of fantasies that you might have. So yeah, I really do like it as a way to just explore my sexuality and fantasies. My favorite thing about sex work is all the opportunities that I'm able to have to explore different directions, whether it's shooting something that's more gonzo or something more scripted or something that has to do with a certain fantasy. There's just so many different, both, you know, artistically or creatively fulfilling and sexually fulfilling at the same time. It's always challenging, and I love to challenge myself all the time. That they might not be into it, that women don't need to have an orgasm, perhaps, that sex ends when the male orgasm concludes. There's a lot of myths, I feel, that, you know, really restricts women and or their partners as well from just really being more open, being more sexual, and giving that pleasure to both parties. I've seen so many friends and women in life that they don't get to pleasure themselves, or they don't get that release that they wanted because they don't know how to do it. So they're like, oh, my body is just difficult, or one reason or the other. There's always these reasons or excuses to kind of just limit themselves from getting the thing that they need sexually. Oh, it evolved a lot. I mean, I grew up in a very repressed community where I couldn't really explore any of these options. So when I've said that multiple times, my first orgasm was when I was 19, and I had sex for the first time when I was 22. By some people's standards, that's very late. It kind of depends on who you are. But, you know, going from being completely repressed to dipping my toes into just learning my body, learning how to pleasure myself, all of that took years and years of work, not just on me trying to, you know, explore myself and figure out what I like and don't like, but also kind of unlearning a lot of the things that I grew up on, all the old traditional ways or, you know, ideologies. But it really has evolved tremendously, and I'm still learning, I'm still growing, and I've been enjoying this journey. I stumbled upon a Tumblr blog, actually, back when Tumblr allowed porn in it. And I actually remember there was this one blog that I really, really enjoyed. It was all about like female sexuality. I feel like that was the starting point of learning about sex and just sex education in a more of a positive way. And one of the things they had was like kind of like a question box or a comment box where people just send things anonymously. And it had a lot of women sending their experience of how they had their first orgasm or how they like to masturbate. So I was reading all of that up. I was like learning how other women do that. I didn't know how to do that. And it literally took so many tries for me to figure out how to do it. It was not like easy because obviously you don't really know what you're doing at first, but I definitely feel like that helped me a lot because I don't know, I kind of learned it in a more of a positive way, and I also learned how other women masturbate, and just kind of getting that knowledge that wasn't really available readily really helped me out. The best orgasm, there are a lot of times where it's not like every time, but there are a few times where whenever I would have an orgasm, I just say this is the best orgasm I've ever had. That, like an orgasm like that usually happens when I'm so relaxed, just really haven't been, stressed about anything. It's like one of those good days where you're just completely relaxed. Your mind can be engulfed in whatever fantasy you're thinking about. And the orgasm do feel like very powerful, where I can just feel myself contracting and expanding or whatever happens inside your body. And I feel like I have those orgasms typically. It's not rare, but it's not all the time. Interesting. So I'm a very visual person. Maybe it's just the way that I train myself to orgasm. I'm trying to change the way I do it, but my go-to is just I watch porn. I've always loved watching porn. So that's usually what I do. I have like a lot of different genres that I go through that I like to watch, but I'm trying to also get into reading stories. I feel like that might, also help me creatively. So that's what I'm trying to get into. But my go-tos are just watching porn because I like to be like visually stimulated. I like watching something while I'm masturbating. There's a few. I really like a lot of hentai. I feel like that is when, the fantasy can go like completely obscure. Things can get rowdier, more mischievous. Even like the futanari stuff, I really do. And I've been a fan for a long, long time. So that's I would say the top of my list. Oh yeah, multiple times. So for me, sex or just being, any sexual experience you have doesn't need to be limited to, like penetration or anything like that, or just, being physically interacting with your partner. I love the experience. It's an experience. Sometimes I like to just be the person watching. Sometimes I like to make the other person watch. And I think that's why I'm a little bit voyeuristic and why I'm doing porn. It's because I like people watching. So I have definitely done that multiple times with different partners. It depends on how horny I am, but it can take from 10 minutes to like 30 minutes. I gave a specific answer to someone just now, which was like 18 minutes. That's what I think today is going to take. We'll see if that's going to be accurate or not. But it depends from how horny I am, really. I've had a really quick orgasms before, but they usually are around like 10 to like 30 minutes.
Have you orgasmed yet today? That's the other question.
Not today. I'm edging myself for you guys today.
All right, well, thank you so much, Sarah,
Thank you.
for taking the time to answer these questions. As you mentioned, let's see how long it's going to take for you today.
Let's do it.
So go ahead and come off, and we'll get ready for your session.